Welcome back to the World Go channel. I'm your host and Go evangelist, James Story. This is lesson 5.2, Fighting Basic Shapes, the one-point jump or one-point extension on the same line. Excuse me. So black is going to try to keep these two stones connected, and white is going to try to cut one off and capture. We're going to use these star stones so we know which were the two original stones, because some of the variations get a lot of stones on the board, and this is just to eliminate confusion. So let's start at a really stupid place. On the first line, if white peeps into between the walls, black just connects. So that doesn't work. If white pokes between the walls, pokes between the walls, black just captures. All right, so let's move these two star stones up to the second line. This is the one-point extension. An extension is usually horizontal along the edge of the board, where into the center of the board is called a jump. But if you call one and one the other, not a big deal. Once again, if white tries to peep between the walls into the hole in the wall, black connects. So white tries to poke. Now, black can play under here to connect, but in this situation, without a lot of other stones around to complicate things, they can actually play on top. Remember, a stone that is in Atari on the second row from the edge of the board cannot get out. So white goes there to try to get out. Black can play either one, and when white tries to escape again, black can capture. Okay, when white comes down, notice that black doesn't really have to respond. This white group has two liberties, doesn't it? This star stone right here has 1, 2, 3. This one has 3, and this one has 3. So no matter what white does, black can just play Atari and then pick up and capture white. All right, so that's the second line. That was rather easy. Now let's go up to the third line here. This gets a little bit more complicated, but not too much. Once again, peeping rather, into the wall doesn't do anything. Black just connects. So white has to poke. White cannot now Atari on the top. That doesn't work so well. So black's going to go underneath here and say Atari. Once again, if white does not extend out, then black is just going to capture and connect, and the two black stones with the stars on them will be reconnected. So at this point now, white needs to solidly connect, or with a tiger's mouth, one of these cuts here, because notice here's the tiger's mouth, right, and white is poked into it, so they have two cutting points. So if they get if black tanukis and doesn't play anything, and white goes there, if black connects here, white captures this star stone in a ladder, and if this stone with the star on it, if white goes black goes Atari this way, then white goes here, makes black pick up, and then captures this stone in a ladder. Of course, the ladders have to work. But usually what black wants to do instead is to solidly connect, or better, connect one of these with a tiger's mouth, so that when white goes for the cut on the other side, there's no aji left over. Black Ataris, white tries to get out, black Ataris, and actually, as you can easily see, white can't get out. And so now we can draw a line between the two star stones, either through black stones or black territory. So those two star stones are reconnected. So now let's move this up to the fourth line. Once again, if white peeps, I know this is quite obvious, but if white peeps, black just connects. So white is going to poke, and black is going to Atari. White is going to extend out, or black will capture and reunite their stones with the two stars on it. At this point, black really needs to solidly connect one of these, because they're a little farther away from the edge of the board. Once again, white goes with a cross cut, right? They have to cut to capture. That's the motto, cut to capture. Black is going to Atari white, pushing it towards the edge of the board. And then it looks like black has a weakness right here that they have to fix, but they don't. Black comes down here. Now this group has two liberties, but notice this stone also, this black stone only has two liberties. If white Ataris on this side, they push black up, and if they Atari again, trying to capture, then they push black out, and when black extends out, now they have three liberties. Okay, that didn't work for white, but how about if they Atari on this side? Is this a ladder? Atari, Black plays here. Well, no, it's not a ladder because this stone is an Atari, isn't it? So if white plays here, black simply captures. All right, so neither one of these really work really well for white. Let's say they do this, and black comes up. Or let's say they do this and they do this. They kind of pinwheel. Now this is a little sneakier because now white does have these stones caught in a ladder, don't they? Yeah, they do. Okay, so at this point, what black should do is they can come down here and capture these, but that lets white, get an Atari in. It's better just to extend up and gain more liberties. So now let's look at the black groups. This group has 1, 2, 3 liberties. The white group has 2. So this black group here with 3 liberties is stronger than this white group. This black group has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 liberties, so it's stronger than the white group. And this group here has 1, 2, 3 liberties. 1, 2, 3, 4 liberties. Excuse me. It's hard to count past 3 sometimes. 4 liberties. So it is also has more liberties than these white stones here. So if white comes down later and tries to do a little squeeze play, notice if black comes out here, they put black in Atari, don't they? So at this point now, this group has 2 liberties, the white group has 2 liberties. So now it's a capturing race, but fortunately for black, it's black's turn. Black plays there, white can play here, and then black will pick up. And now you can see the star stones, the black stones with the stars on them, are reconnected either through black stones and or black occupied or controlled territory. So that is on the 4th. Let's move it up here to the 5th now. Whoa, got crazy there for a second, didn't I? Wow, I'm just getting too excited. That's the problem. Okay, so we're on the 5th here now. And once again, white's going to have to poke black Ataris. White extends out so they don't get captured. Black blocks one side, white Ataris, or excuse me, cuts on the other. Notice they have this stone in a ladder now, or they can come out here and try to net, but it's black's turn. Let's see if this pattern works now. On the 4th line it worked. Atari, extend out, come down here. Okay, white wants to Atari this stone, this black stone, because it wants to take one of these liberties away of this group. So now this white group has 2 liberties, this black group has 3, so black is still ahead in that, and if white Atari's there, black can simply come over here and push white against the edge of the board and capture them in a ladder, can't they? Right, so they capture all those stones. So white can't hane these 2 stones yet. What they need to do is they need to extend out to gain liberties. This isn't really a good play either. Notice they have 2 liberties, now they have 3. 1, 2, 3. Black comes down, now they have 2. So that didn't really help them at all. But they come down here, now they have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so now if black does something like this, trying to contain white from this side, white can get out this way. Black, white Ataris, black extends out, white extends out, and now they should be able to come back and perhaps capture these black stones. So it's better for black than, I think, to play this. Now, in all of these lessons that I do, I strongly recommend that you get stones out either during or at the end of the lesson and play through these variations yourself. That is really the way that I got good at seeing these patterns over and over. So black, I think, plays this, might be a little bit stronger move. White comes there, and what black does, they get a little tricky here. They do a throw in. All right. So if white goes here, this isn't going to work really well for white because there's Atari here, Atari connect, and now black should be able just to push white down and easily capture. So white playing underneath, oops, white has a stone here, pardon me. White playing underneath doesn't work real well. Let's see if they play on top. Okay, black doesn't want to come out to here because white will reconnect, and then they're really going to start pushing out this way. See, if black tries to push down, white just pushes out, and white's going to gain some liberties and probably escape. So what black does instead is when white Atari's on top, black Atari's the white stones back, so they make white pick up. Whoa, it's hard to get those stones sometimes. They make white pick up, and then black comes over to this side, and you can see white's not going to have any fun here, or here, or here, right? Nope, not looking real good. And black simply plays there and captures. Get these stones out, get your stones out and play through this variation yourself. I may have missed something, and if I did, let me know about it. I'd love to know. Anyway, that is with the stones on the 5th line from the edge of the board. When you get out farther than that, you're really into the center, and once you're out that far, I think it's going to be pretty hard for black to maintain this connection between these two stones. It's really going to depend a lot on what other stones are around. We'll just play around here a little bit. And I think white can just slide over here and get onto the edge of the board and easily make life or run away, one or the other. Anyway, that's lesson 5.1, basic fighting shapes, the one-point jump or one-point extension on the same line. Thanks for watching the World Go channel. If you like what you saw, give me the thumbs up, please, and don't forget to subscribe and leave some comments. I read the comments. Thanks so much. See you next time on the World Go channel.